Hello everyone. As part of the test series which I have launched, there are students who are requesting to take discussions from few of the concept of the national income. Considering that, we will be taking a few questions from our test series what we have already launched. So I am taking in this session the national income concept because which is very tricky and most of the examinations are being giving highest importance to this chapter. So first we'll talk about NNP, that is net national product. So you must be knowing about the concept of GNP. From GNP, that is gross national product. If we could eliminate or deduct depreciation, then we will get the NNP. We'll get NNP, net national product. This depreciation is because of the wear and tear over a period of time. Okay, GNP is the gross national product, which is nothing but GDP plus net factor income from abroad. That means what is the net profits you are earning out of the economic activity. So here, if we deduct depreciation, we get it NNP from the GNP. This is 100% true. The net national product at market price. So he's asking about net national product at market price. Net national product at market price, which is equal to from the gross national product. That means how will you arrive at the market price? You will arrive at the market price only when you have the idea about GNP at market price minus the depreciation. So here net national product at market price is nothing but GNP. When we are talking about GNP, it is nothing but the market price minus depreciation. So just to confuse, I have given you this statement. Net national product at factor cost is known as national income. So generally national income, there are two cases we have to take. What NCERT is talking about, we have to consider. So national income is equal to the net national product at factor cost. That means we are not considering at the market prices. That means this is not inclusive of the taxes. This is not inclusive of the taxes. All right. Now let us take the explanation part. In this, it is very clear that net national product factors of production undergo wear and tear. Okay. The wear and tear is something like called as depreciation. A part of the capital is used, okay, for this wear and tear, which is not used in the production of goods and services. If we deduct depreciation, what do we get? We get NNP. This is correct. Now, NNP at factor cost, that is NNP factor cost is known as a national income. This is what has been mentioned. I just told you in NCRTs. However, how does the CSO calculates? They don't calculate considering the factor cost, rather they calculate considering at the market price. So this is what is the most important twist we can say, or the most important terminologies, because they will calculate considering the taxes as the income. Next, NNP at market price is equal to gross national product minus depreciation. Just now we have to look into this. And factor cost, how will you calculate that? Market price minus taxes plus subsidy. So this is very easy for you to understand. Next, consider the following statement. Here I'm talking about the potential GDP as well as the actual GDP. So let us draw a simple graph of potential GDP and actual GDP. So this is potential GDP of producing goods, and this is actual, which is more than the potential. So in the first case, potential GDP can be, this straight line is potential and this is actual. So potential GDP can be higher than actual GDP. Yes, this is the case number B. He's talking about here the potential is greater than actual. So this is actually possible. Potential can be greater than actual. Nominal GDP can be higher than real, because when I have posted this question, most of the student has raised a question about this statement, like how is that answer correct? So you can please go through now. Nominal GDP can be higher than. Nominal GDP is always inclusive of what? Nominal GDP is definitely inclusive of taxes, and nominal GDP is also inclusive of inflation, and hence nominal GDP will be greater than the real GDP. This is also easy understandable. Now, potential GDP and nominal GDP are related. Nominal means what? Nominal means it is basically inclusive of inflation, and nominal GDP is nothing but the calculations of goods and services at current or the present system. Then it is called as nominal. So in such case, nominal you call, potential you call, that is both are definitely interrelated. Nominal is something like you call it per today's, and what is that today you can produce is nothing but the potential. Okay, so definitely if your potential GDP is high, nominal GDP definitely will go higher as related as that. So answer has to be all the above. Next, consider the following statement. The increase in the exports will improve the import cover. I don't know why students got confused in this question. Increase in exports. So very simple. When I increase the exports, what will happen? My reserves will increase because I can start earning more reserves in terms of dollars. When my reserves increases, obviously what happens? These reserves I can utilize for more imports. So when I utilize for more imports means I'm trying to pay the bill of my imports, obviously my import cover will increase. So presently the import cover is for 11 months. So definitely I'll try to use it for 11 months. The inflation to a limit will improve the import cover. Obviously, when you have inflation, there's a greater possibility of earning more dollars covering for more months. So this is also true. The import cover of the country has improved. Obviously, it has improved. Earlier it was 9 months, it went to 10, now it went to 11 months. This is how the questions are being asked in the exam. So be little careful. Next, consider the following statement. The growth in GDP with controlled population improves. So how will you calculate per capita income? Per capita income is definitely, we should consider population as the factor. We should also consider income as the factor, that is GDP. So when definitely both are interrelated. Okay, the GDP, the growth in the GDP, that is the growth in the GDP with the controlled population. Obviously, the population is less, okay, or controlled, and the GDP is increasing. Obviously, what will happen? The per capita income will also increase. So this will improve the per capita income. Next, GDP contribution by the service sector remains maximum. Obviously, GDP contribution for service sector in India or it could be in any of the state, it is highest. The GDP growth rate is coupled with inflation. Obviously, it is coupled with inflation because growth rate is always inclusive of the inflation. If there is inflation, there is growth. If there is no inflation, I don't expect any growth in the economy. Next, here I have given few terms, that is economic stimulus. Economic stimulus means trying to pump more money into the market, okay, try to rejuvenate the market, etc. Is a temporary measure taken by the government and central bank to revive the economy through tax cuts, subsidies, cheap loans, money transfers to poor people, etc. So obviously this is economic stimulus. Economic stimulus means something like you try to promote, to try to put it more money into the market. Front loading situation where large amount of money is delivered in the early stage of the program. Overheating of the economy situation where the economy is growing at an unsustainable high rate leading to inflation. Now I've given a one clear explanation in the the test series also. Economic stimulus means trying to put more money into the market when the market is not performing. Front loading means situation where large amount of money is delivered in the early stage of the program. So this we can expect in the exam. Front loading means something trying to come up with the money which you all of so sudden you pump into the market, and any sort of program you have introduced and you started pumping money in for that particular program. So it is a situation where large amount of money is delivered in the early stage of the program. Overheating of the economy. What do you mean by overheating of the economy? Economy is a situation where the economy is growing at an unsustainable high rates. Situation where the economy is growing at the unsustainable high rates, leading inflation and potential other economic problems. After economic stimulus is withdrawn, that means I try to put lot of money into the market, and because of this increase in the money, this is actually leading for some sort of impacts. What are the cascading impacts which I could see is called as overheating of the economy. Next, which of the following? Most of them are still confused. I don't know whether you follow the notes or not, or the you people are definitely the outsiders could be, but not my students who has raised this question about transfer payments. Transfer payments means someone who is trying to transfer that money from other country to you because here some of your family members stay, perform some of the economic activity, and they earn their income and they save the money out of their income, and that money they are transferring. So transfer payment refers to payment made without any exchange of goods or services. So here you're not exchanging any goods and services, rather you are trying to transfer the money from one individual to other. All right, so this is the basic questions which I wanted to take, and I have launched such questions. Okay, I have launched such questions. If you can look at the questions here, I can show you. So the test series which we have launched, okay, for AP and TS, both We have started quite a long time back. So you can get access to this test series at early as possible. Chapter wise test I have added. Okay. And this is for AP as well as the for TS. All right. So we have for TS and we have for AP. So interested candidates can access for this. All right. Thank you so much.